Hey, what's up, guys? Purple Furniture here, but you can call me Chase or Sean. I don't care anymore. And today, I'm bringing you with episode 2 of Katawa Shoujo. I'm still doing like these really long episodes until I essentially get to where I was. And I think I'm shortening it back to 15 minutes. Unless I'm really addicted to the long episodes at that point, then I can just keep it like 30, 45, maybe even an hour. I don't know. I forgot what happened last time. It's been a couple of days. I thought I was gonna like record back to back to back, but I got really busy. I wasn't expecting that. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, so I've been thinking about like upload schedule. So if you guys don't know this, me and my good buddy Hazard are doing this Pokemon series, and the release dates for those are Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So out of the 7, 3 is already taken up. So maybe Fridays, Mondays, Fridays for this series. Monday, Friday. Okay, I need to use my fingers. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So that leaves Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, right? So that leaves 4 more. Okay, maybe that will work. Maybe Monday, Fridays. And then glazed areas Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see about glazed. I just need, once again, I literally just need to sit down and edit them. This series should be up faster because it's easy to edit. I mean, it's very easy to edit this series. Unless like there's something I really need to cut out or add in or something. It's going to be pretty easy to edit this series. But this one should be out faster. But anyway, let's continue on with the story. We met Misha as Shizune last episode, which is what I was essentially trying to get to before we ended the episode. But yeah, let's continue. By the way, I knew I said I was going to. I completely forgot to look up how to pronounce the names, so my bad on that one. But most likely, now that I have more time, I have to like. Here's a little hint into my real life. After this, I'm probably going to do some homework, but then I should have some time. So I think I'll be able to crank out some episodes tonight before I need to go night. Yeah, I think so. We'll see. But anyway, let's get with the video. Okay. Oh, by the way, I started this episode 2 days ago when I did the first video. You got all this is gonna come out, on the schedule, so you guys won't even notice. I recorded the first one 2 days ago. I started this episode 2 days ago, but I deleted that. I was only a couple minutes in. I had to go do something. So that's why we're not where we left off, because I think I accidentally pressed space. I'm not sure though. I can't remember. But whatever. Let's get on with the video. Too long. Sorry. Besides me, Misha, and Shizune. What? Oh, okay. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Dots. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hichan. We got to hurry already, since there's a lot of work for us to do. Dots. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Wait, the teacher said I have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Ooh, man, apparently I'm not. I think I'm pretty sleepy. So I'm sorry if the voices are kind of dull this episode. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. We join the flow students, make their way down to the stairwell and outside, where the girls pointed out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. So we're seniors in high school, most likely. So we're 18. I looked up. I was doing some research. People were. I'm just gonna say it right now. There are, there's sex scenes. Okay, there's sex scenes in this game. Obviously, I'm not gonna show that. But I know apparently some people are worried about it. It's right there. They say that they're seniors. Because they said they're pointing out other senior doors, meaning that we're senior. It's just context clues. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it's like it's actually part of the main building. Dots. This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside. like the Yamaku Foundation offices, all the nurses' offices. They even have a swimming pool. How is that official? Dots. Don't be silly, Hee-chan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. They had nurses' offices on the first floor. It'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education. I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in, hoping that this really will be only a quick visit, like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text "Head Nurse" and a nameplate. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large, and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. Hello there. What can I get for you today? I don't know. I cannot differentiate. Am I saying the word right? My voice that much. He's young looking, sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Yes, I am. It's nice on the... Was that? I think I already changed his voice. Does he have a name? I feel like I shouldn't be giving everybody a voice. Okay, let me think. So okay. That's the teacher. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe I should just talk lower. Well, yes, I am. Since it's so on the door, no? You can call me by my name or just the nurse like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right. I'm a new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hasu Nakai. His eyes light up with the revelation and snaps his fingers. I snapped it. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yeah. Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. What is that? It's a hair. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. The joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, that's really weird to have so many medical people at the school. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure if that myself, but I don't let the nurse know about it. I don't know why I'm looking at over here. The camera's right here. Man, I need to get my monitor working again. I don't know what happened to it. For some reason, it won't connect to my laptop right now. But I would much rather play the game on this big screen than on this little tiny one. Now let me get your follow again. While he searches for something from his computer and shovels stacks of paper around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I would like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on. Let's just close that out. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all 4 walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day and from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. I'm sorry, guys, I'm butchering this reading. So, you already have medication for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning or evening, or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. I don't know why I'm like, it's not even a voice. I'm just speaking lower. Well, I play soccer occasionally with some classmates. Oh, all right. I'm afraid I got to have to recommend you refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart. Risking another attack is not a good idea. By the way, I feel like I didn't play with the music last time I played this game. I'm looking at looking at where my face is and at the camera. I'm not sure if I listened to the music last time I played this game, but it's pretty lit, I will say. Was the previous one caused by sudden concussion to the chest area? There's no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. I sidestep the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, some exercise will do you good. We have physical therapy and such available as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming, maybe? There's a pool here. So I was told, what's with them in this fucking pool? You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. You just need to take care of not to overexert yourself. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. Not need it, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content. Good. That's it. Come meet me if you ever need something. I'm ushered out before I even realize it. A quick visit indeed. Cool. So, I end up staying in front of the main building and the auxiliary building, although to my eyes, they still look one and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they are going. And I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? Ellipses. I should go somewhere too, to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel very tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. Man, I made myself like a cup of water in preparation for this video, and I left it in the kitchen. There is a garden of sorts between the school and the dorm, shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick, like the others. It feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given for my pockets. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the side of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for the elevators at the ends of the hallways. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet and shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the room adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light shines from below the door. Behind the door. From below the door, I'm looking right here again instead of the camera. From below the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello, is anyone home? Oh man, my boy's about to come. From inside, I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He's looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. How was it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Hi, Sao Nakai. I move into the next room. Yup. I thought I should introduce mine. His face suddenly brightens at realization. He stands upright, thrusting his hand out and is smiling. I could not read. Gosh. A smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup, dude? My name's Kenji. Hi. I shake Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There's some suspicious looking people going in and out of your room earlier. It was probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? Because they could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Haisao. Me? I think I could trust the chances. You're the only one the only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. Damn, you're smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? Oh, not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to judge it. Never mind, it doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle and shuts the door behind him. That is Kenji. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Bleak beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stuffed with my clothes. Also, it seems like there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of my shirts. Hi, Hee-chan. You unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if it doesn't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Thanks, guys. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kind of hoped I would have. Then there would be something to do. Still too early. I put the note down on the desktop and lie down in the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me from wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. The restless urge that just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming, and for the entire day too. I still am, I think. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all this time. Tomorrow, I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now, the bottles of medication neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. I pick up one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside, and then read the glued on pharmacy label. Hisao Nakai. Hisao Nakai. 2 tablets daily to stay alive. Doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kind of twisted, having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I began my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. Ellipses. I lie down, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that, I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. As night falls. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like against the chill that passes for room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night and becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. And then we die. Hey. Oh, was that the end, like the first part? Okay, guys, we're gonna be right back. I need some water. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I actually brought the whole picture with me, so I don't have to keep bringing it up. Well, I guess I have to leave after this episode anyway. How much? It was 2 minutes. Whew. Okay, I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light gray ceiling. I forgot to draw the curtains closed last night. This is my room, isn't it? So I thought there was an exclamation point and right? Was it? I don't know. My room. This is the 3rd room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that indeed it's me who is supposed to be in the one living here. My bags on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the right table. God, why do you keep on looking over here? If you guys are wondering, I have a One Piece poster and some Steven Universe stuff over there. It's pretty cool. Where was I? The numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the bottle for a moment, deliberating, until I open a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out a tablet from my foil sheet. I down them with a chaser of water, without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I sneak out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh clothes against my back is a good one. A natural one. Feels like a school uniform, as it should be. It's not much different from when I used to wear it before. It goes for another thing too. So far this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter and Shizu's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I don't see a lot of kids hanging out around after class yesterday, so maybe they are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. All through class, these questions remain on my mind, so I decided to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I want to know, I should ask her. Ellipses. She cracks her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so that the top is perfectly and evenly flat. Ellipses. Sorry, Shichan. Is there something you want from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, Hichan. My first thought is that Mishi doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right. Ellipses. Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join the club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events, like the festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school teaches to help out with it, doing whatever. So, by the way, the last time, apparently I feel like the route you decide to take happens at the festival. I was on part 18, I want to say. I think I'm gonna privatize like all the old Katawa Shoujo videos, or like make it unlisted so people just can't see it. Just go on the channel. I like leave a link or something down below. But like I was on part 18, I'm pretty sure. I still wasn't at the festival. I think that's the biggest reason why I'm trying to like make these videos longer. Cause I'm just trying to get to the festival. I never got there. I hear that's where like all the routes happen. And once again, I feel like the route that I was going down was going to do the... Well, we're not going to go down it. Spoilers alert if you don't want to hear it. Apparently, you get like a bad ending if you don't have any route thing. So if you just like pick... I don't know how you get there. But the bad ending is you're hanging out with Kenji at the festival. And then he pushes you off a roof and kills you. From what I researched. So I'm just trying to make sure we get to the festival, and then I can stop with this walkthrough, and I can just enjoy the game again. Sorry. So you actually transferred in at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too. Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes. I don't know, Hichan. The truth is, it isn't a local event. I'm not from this area, so... Oh, it is a local event. You start sounding desperately to Shizune, ask her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an Ali grandiose flourish and starts sounding hard and heavy. Ellipses. Huh? Oh. Who cares? What? Okay. I fucks with you, Misha. Guys, it was good. When I first did this series years ago, it was to the point where I would accidentally switch into Misha's voice. I'm not sure. I don't think it will happen this time. I think my voice has gone even deeper since what grade was that? Freshman year, maybe? No, was it? Or sophomore year? Maybe it was sophomore year. But I think my voice has gone even deeper, so I don't think it will happen anymore. But yeah, when I first did the series, my voice, it got to the point where I used Misha's voice so much that I would just sometimes accidentally switch into her voice. Yeah. Misha is not, so far from memory, Misha is not my favorite character, but I do enjoy her voice the most. I think it's because it's the easiest. Oh, Kenny's pretty, I don't know. I feel like Misha's voice is just the easiest to do. It's just, I'm literally making my voice really high-pitched. Really annoyingly high-pitched. Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning around to look at our direction. not so loud. Dots. Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideas and beliefs behind the festival will inevitably change with time. Now it's about delicious fried food and and amusing little games that you can play to win prizes. Prizes! Ha ha! The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots the point and gazes at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles and laughs and quickly quiets down. Shizu doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though brushing it off without a care. Dots. We are in the middle of a class and should start working. That's right, C-chan! What? That's right! Are you asking because you're interested in joining the club? It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizu look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I'm going to say at the teacher, who's looking at the desk, dark-haired girl, go. Why doesn't he say anything? Hee-chan, is something wrong? Do I look uneasy as I feel? Or does Misha just look at me looking after the girl who left? No, nothing. Man, yo, freaking Nakai Haisao. I forgot how much he thinks. Why is he thinking so much all the time? Like, he overthinks. Ties. Okay. Well, looks like we're asking. You don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? I thought we'd go to the library and pick up some books. Does his name usually show up? Not really. Wait, what? Okay, whatever. Do you want to have lunch together then? Sure. Dots. Yay! Wah! Okay, Chan. Perfect. Whew, man. The rest of the class passes eventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I knew the time to put any before I had the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. She's a little... Man, why is my nose so stuffed up right now? Jeez. Shizu looks more than a little annoyed. We only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything. Dots. Yes, it is. He's thinking out loud again. That guy. Okay. Yes, it is, Hishan. Impossible. Really? Really. I noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously, it must be so Shizu can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I was supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizu. I'm used to looking at the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really. Shizu can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. And again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing and will take some time to get used to. It's not a contest, because contests are competition over a prize. There's no prize on the line. It's not really a contest. Shizu's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. Oh, look how cute she looks! Dude, now I want to go back and compare my reactions, see if I have the same freaking reactions. Now she stares at me as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. Never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly a alluring gaze. Dots. Are you sure, Hee-chan? Very sure. Dots. Ha! You're wrong, Hee-chan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities and the present satisfaction of proving them. I think that was the best line I was able to read this whole episode so far. Wah! Shizu pushes her glasses to the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I almost forgot that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Dots. Where do you want to eat? The cafeteria. That's so plain. Okay, let's go. Plain? Well, I guess. My old school, I like to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizu and Misha pulled me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students' favorite eating in classroom or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finished eating, Misha... See, I told you that last one. That was my best one so far. After we finished eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So, Hee-chan, you want to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right? Does. Right, Shi-chan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first. Exchanging a little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha strains her posture as she's about to deliver exams. Hee-chan, do you have anything you're really interested in? I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams or players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot. There's a big club, right, Hee-chan? Right, but seems like they have all the members that can possibly have right now. Sorry, Hee-chan, it's a really popular club. Dots. Ah, okay, but more to the point, Hee-chan. Does that mean that you don't have anything already in mind? I don't know what's with this one. Not really. Dots. Good, great. That's great, Hee-chan, really great. Why is that so great? No reason. Well, Hee-chan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there's one other thing. Student council. I see. I didn't know this school had a student council. That was a very melodramatic setup, though. Just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them knew this because Shizun looks a little embarrassed about it, and Misha is laughing. Shizun quickly takes control of the discussion in the matter of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says. Dots. Right. Hee-chan, maybe you should join the student council. They can use my people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we can hang out every day, Hee-chan. Shi-chan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shi-chan's the president. Trying to get the suspicion that Shizu and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Shizu quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. Of course, we're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council and therefore having an incentive to try and get you to. What the is happening? So you're admitting that Dots? No, we admit nothing. I mean, Hee-chan, of course it would be nice if you joined, and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one school. Yep, it's true, Hee-chan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hee-chan? I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although they are already pretty cute to begin with. Well, Dots. So settled then. Welcome to the student council, Hee-chan. Whoa, no. Oh, see, Shi-chan? Of course it wouldn't go so easily. Dots. Yep, that's right. That would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well, Shi-chan owes me candy now. You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. She usually seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. The aggressive glint returned to her eyes. Dots. Oh, that's interesting, Hee-chan. Let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about rich man, poor man, Hee-chan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Aw, why not? Well, because you two both have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Yep. Yeah, that isn't my goal, but what this means is that both of you could team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage, so I'll have to decline. Dots. Hee-chan, I'm very offended. Are you saying you don't trust us and that we will pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad. Sorry? Try to tell where Shizu influences and Misha's thoughts began. Dots. Or to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council club. No. How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man? Paper football? Yeah, it's a game that I play in America. You make a paper triangle, then you try to shoot it past the goalpost that the other player makes with their fingers. Isn't that really like an American? I guess it is an American game, yeah. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hee-chan. It's also played by elementary and middle school children. Hee-chan? Wow! What is happening? Who is speaking right now? That means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Oh my god, he's such a complainer. Yeah, that's true. How did you know, Hee-chan? She's in front of me. She's telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I would have said that I'm happy with their attempt to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. Never been on one before, or even know anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizumisha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Exactly, just join, bro. You're being a complainer. Dots. Okay, Hee-chan, what about Risk? The game of world domination. I don't know what that is. It's really fun, Hee-chan. You fight for controlling the world with armies and everything. I thought there was going to be more. Sounds like Shizun would be good at it. You want to play? We can after school. Dots. Oh, really, Hee-chan? We can play just for fun, Hee-chan. Hee-chan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached. Oh, okay. Okay. Perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hee-chan. Wait, why there? Because that's where we keep the game. I grumps to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for a show than anything. So in the end, I agree, but it's only after again she's to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. Okay, I think we're gonna end it off there. Why did she keep on fucking doing that? But yeah, I think we're gonna end off there. I know it's shorter than like the last episode, but I really want to like quickly just finish some homework and some things I got to do, and then record like 3 more episodes, 3 hours. So yeah, right. So I'll be done like an hour and a half at most, maybe at most 2 hours. 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah, like 4 episodes. I don't know. You guys don't care. You'll get your episodes when they're supposed to be up. But yeah, if you like this video, hit the channel, hit the like button, and subscribe to join the Center Squad. That's not the outro, is it? To join the Center Squad today? I'll see you guys next time. This is Purple, or Friend Ape, or Chase, or Sean. Whatever you guys want to call me, sign off. See you for episode 3. Peace out.